Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Sins of a Solar Empire 2 4 Power 2 Balance Tournament. Now, I know we want to get into all the action, but before we get into this game, I'd like to go over a few things since this is round 1 of the second iteration of the 4 Power 2 Balance Tournament. Namely, the main thing that we've changed from this tournament, from the last, is the addition of 2 large maps, Shuriken and Maelstrom, to the map pool that players can pick and ban from, hopefully allowing some more greed and massive engagements to take place within a round. Now, to get to the game, on the bottom side, which is the side I'll be casting from, we've got Frontier Negotiator, with Phalangus playing as Tech Primacy, and Aqua, the organizer of this entire event, thank you Aqua, playing as Advent Wrath. On the top of our map here, we have Fleet CMD, or Fleet Command, playing with DannyVi.com, which I'll just be shortening to Danny, as Vasari Exodus. And then we have the Icy Man, who again I'm just going to refer to as Icy, playing as Advent Reborn. Now, most of these picks are pretty normal. However, I'm a little surprised to see Advent Reborn. With the balance changes and all, they do seem to have a little bit more spice in their toolkit compared to a few updates ago. But I'm excited to see how, at a very professional level, they're going to handle against what used to be the meta pick of Advent Wrath. Now we can see what kind of capitals we're starting with. Advent Wrath starting off with the Rapture Battlecruiser, a powerhouse, and Phalangus starting off with that Marza. Both teams exchanging GLHFs. And Icy going with the Radiance Battleship. And, well, of course, Vasari starting off with the Evacuator.
Civilian structure complete.
Now, this is a really interesting play from Frontier Negotiator down at the bottom, due to the fact that they are going for very high power skill ships. The level 6 on both the Marza and the Rapture can deal massive amounts of damage and are almost game defining. Like a Marza or a Rapture level 6 ability will just kill you. You're just out of the game. Your fleet's gone. Whereas it seems that Icy is going for something a little more, I don't know, let's just say reliable, because I'd rank the Raptures a bit more of a, just a ship that can do a little more, like, and a little bit more reliable. Not to say the Rapture's bad. It's a very powerful ship. But in the early game, I feel it struggles a little bit compared to the Radiance. And then the Marza. Thankfully, Missile Barrage got changed to a set amount of missile volleys, but it can still be completely busted. Okay, it seems that Aqua is going in for heavy greed on their research. I mean, of course, going tier 1 military, but tier 4 research. Ooh, that's a lot. Let's go look at Phalangus. Okay, Phalangus going 1-1. A very standard open. Danny also going 1-1. Standard open. They're all claiming their original planet.
Another planet
and
the Unity.
Icy going also 1-1. Now this is weird. What Aqua's going for. I'm excited to see what their actual rush plan is. Are they going for influence?
Complete.
More unlocks? Like, what's the dealio over here?
Our forces have engaged the enemy. Harmony research complete.
In the meantime, while nothing's happening, we get to watch this beautiful Rapture completely destroy a small defenseless nuclear bomber, which is a phrase. In terms of expansion. What? Oh, okay. It seems that all of our players, sans Danny, is going for their early asteroids. Well, Phalangus is going for their early asteroids into their ice planet as a choke, which I think is a great idea instead of going for these 2 asteroids first. I think you should be taking your choke planet to, have your choke point. But it seems that Danny is going for their lava planet first, which is not a bad idea. Vasari have a great time on lava planets. I just think you want to get a little bit more income up first. Yeah, they're not going anything into level 4 first. I understand that max percentage allied population is really good, as the new population mechanics introduced after the last tournament, for those of you unaware, makes it so that upgrades don't just give you flat income. So, for example, if you would upgrade to Commerce 5, you don't gain 5 credits a tick. You gain an amount of credits per population. Population is this much. It goes up over time. There are buildings and structures and all this nonsense that allows you to increase population. Loyalty increases population. Culture increases population. Getting bombed decreases population, as you might suspect. Life is not conducive to big laser or big nuclear weapon. Or whatever the Advent have going on with their plasma balls. But yeah, I really like what Phalangus is doing here. Going for the early choke. Maybe a little bit... Oop, okay. We have Danny going for a really quick second capital ship. This Guitar Carrier, a repair ship. I mean, fair enough. They're Vasari. They start off with a few exotics. And Phalangus is going heavy military. Everyone else... This is actually very interesting. Frontier Negotiator is going the exact opposite on each side. One of them is going extreme greed. The other's going extreme aggression, which I'm very much liking. There we go. Excuse me for my vocal screw-ups. It's been a minute since I've been in the caster's chair. Okay, now this is a little bit strange for Aqua. Because they didn't claim their planet close enough, the Aluxians have got it. Which is not a big deal right now. But it's going to be very annoying later. But yeah, as the Aluxians reinforce this with essentially infinite resources at some point in the game. Okay, I like this a lot. Sending out a small detachment of ships. Colonize the rest of your planets. Good. Scouts have found a colonizable that Danny is actually managing to secure the rest of their planets, even though they left a lot of these derelict scavengers alive. Let's take a look at those incomes. So we got 35, 47, or 4.7, 4.8. Let's go to Aqua. 19, 6.1, 7.3. That's really nice. Icy. Ooh, how does that compare to Aqua, actually? That is a little bit lower. However, I feel like Icy is not falling behind. And of course, whoa, okay, that is no crystal production. Yikes. Yeah, so Danny is suffering from a massive crystal deficit, which ain't good. And I'm kind of surprised that Aqua is not pulling ahead in economy just yet. But I suppose it makes sense. You need time for these Tech 2 upgrades to come in, like this one. Anyone else going for anything? Oh, okay. Icy is now starting to go for greed. Now, I like what Icy's doing a little better here as than Aqua's build order, because Aqua's just starting to get to, the 4 harmony research, starting to actually dip into it. I mean, it does give you a little bit of max percentage allied population, but like, you don't need that immediately into the game. So Aqua's, see, they've only researched 1 tech level 2 harmony research, which is a little bit of a waste of money in the early game, in my opinion, but, you know.
Your influence is undeniable.
Ooh. I'm liking this a lot. Frigate Shield refit from Phalangus after going for Military 2. And
a new colony has been founded.
Aqua, yep. Phalangus. What ships we got? Let's look at that fleet count. 228. Yep, Davey just going for lots of caps.
We have a deal.
Shields down!
Yep. You know, that's the Vasari way. And Aqua going into military level 4. Or at least getting up the necessary research points. Which is very recommended.
Civilian structure complete.
Davy's fleet just kind of sitting at their choke point. Which I guess is alright. Let's get into a little bit on this action. As much as I do love the grad strategy, sometimes just seeing things blow up is good for the soul, you know?
Planet item ready. Exotics
See, ain't that neat? Oh, and Aqua's getting a bunch of exotics. That's very interesting. Investing a lot into those. Hey gang, did you know that exotics have been unveiled by our scryers? You know, I don't know if you knew. But yeah, they're going into a lot of exotics, getting that hostility 2. Or well, hostility 4. I'm going to be flip-flopping a little bit between hostility 4 and hostility 2. You can get what I'm looking at. And ooh, we actually have our first engagement coming out here with Danny warping in their main fleet to stop this defense construction, possibly lay siege to this choke planet. Now, where is Felingis's fleet? Okay, it's only a jump away, and it is maneuvering. It is coming. But considering the fact that they have a Desolator with assault specialization, this planet's gonna most likely fall pretty fast, and you can see that population going down right on the bottom right over there with every laser beam.
Our minds awaken.
But Aqua's building more
Our
Raptors
forces
and
have
whatnot.
engaged the enemy.
Using the Raptors to actually take over some of these missile cruisers to pump out extra DPS. Let's take a look at Felingus. Actually, let's take a look at that fleet
You've
supply.
made a
180
wise
versus
acquisition.
Denny's 300.
Planet lockdown
This is what we call
complete.
no
I
bueno.
will deliver your order personally.
They're getting a fabricator cruiser from the Viturak Transport Cabal to hopefully put some items on their cap ships to make them a little more survivable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this planet's just dead. This planet is just lost and they should not be attacking this. This is an NPC that does not construct ships and is not in battle. They should be focusing on,
Commerce upgrade complete.
yeah, the fighters and
We've lost
the
contact
defenders
with one of
that
our
are coming in.
planets.
Well, the fighters are kind of free, so maybe not focus on them.
Military research
But,
complete.
you know. But yeah, Felingus is in a bad way. You see that Marza and Co. is forced to retreat back down to their asteroid, which leaves Lotharos completely exposed.
Military structure complete.
Now, where did all that hyper-aggression go? They're going into Gardas. They're going into Hoshikos. They have shields on their cruisers, which isn't bad, but I'd love to see something like more fleet supply. Exactly. Now, they did get the pirate tech, this one right here, a gang of freebooters, which boosts up their fleet supply to 284. However,
Let the
correct,
bidding commence.
Vasari just have that little bit more. They still have like no research, which is and they don't even have Arctic occupation, which is, you know, a problem. So if this goes on, it seems that Felingus is going to be able to win in the long run. And I'm wondering if Aqua is trying to
Military
blaze a
structure
path over
complete.
here, clear up some of these NPCs,
Our fleet is under attack.
and kill some of these cap ships. Now the Marza jumps back in, which is a really good jump, because this carrier is completely exposed. However, the Marza also becomes completely exposed. The Marza, as good as it is mostly an artillery ship,
Missed out.
and now has its phase drive
We should
disabled.
take evasive
Disabled,
action.
excuse me,
Civilian
for
research
a few
complete.
seconds. So you can see these ships are not jumping out due to that gravitational distortion placed down by the evacuator. They're still going to be able to get out of here, no problem. But
Military research complete.
they didn't really deal as much damage as they coulda, because that's 240 supply. This is the entire fleet. Felingus jumps in.
Military
Oh, so
research
240.
complete.
Your
That's not
influence
horrid.
is noted. We have a deal.
Aqua is sending reinforcement back down, and that is a mighty fleet. That was an amount of fleet. I did not catch that number. Yeah, and Aqua is feeding. Very nice, very nice. Getting up to
Another
4-4.
planet joins the Unity.
I would really like to
Vengeance is a
see
cruel mistress.
Shield Burst. I do not know where it is in the tech tree because I do not play Advent. But Shield Burst would be very nice to see. Oh no, there it is. Yes, yes, yes. Shield Burst restores. Fantastic. Now Aqua's clearing out the rest of these NPCs to make the orbital space a little easier to use and to reinforce
Our
it.
forces have engaged the enemy.
Which will make this.
Commerce upgrade complete.
Okay, Felingus is just re-engaging. Aqua has 3 battleships. I haven't talked about what Icy's done in a hot minute,
Your
but they have 2
arguments are
Radiance
compelling.
battleships.
I shall stand with
There's
you.
all the actions right over here.
Colony research complete.
Davey is trying to, Danny, excuse me, not Davey, is trying to set up some production and some static defense right over here. I don't think this is enough. Is it? Is it for Felingus? I mean, these Pirate Corsairs have some
Hostility research
nasty
complete.
point defense. But is it enough to beat 3 cap ships? They don't have enough armor busting in this group, I don't think.
Civilian
The Mars is
structure
great at
complete.
armor busting. Don't get me wrong. It's like its whole deal. But it's not. Oop, and with
Civilian
Aqua
structure
coming in,
complete.
this changes the equation. The Seeker vessels coming in, and as well as those LRM cruisers. It's forcing Danny back, which is, again, the right move here. You don't want to be fighting against 2 fleets unless you're massively outnumbering both. And Aqua is pushing in with the caps, swing this fight into the Frontier Negotiator's favor.
Forces have engaged the enemy.
Let's take a look at
Item
research across the
completion
board.
confirmed.
Danny is going to level 4. Level 4 military. This makes sense.
Your
Yes, yes.
influence is undeniable.
Icy. Okay, Icy went to
I
level
will
4 and is now
deliver
going
your order
straight to
personally.
level 8.
You transfer the credits. We'll handle your enemies.
So Icy might
Our
be.
forces have engaged
Damn,
the
they have
enemy.
2. They have 2 Radiance battleships, and one of them is at level
Another
5. Speaking
planet
of
joins
levels,
the Unity.
what is Aqua's at? Level 5 as well. Ooh hoo hoo. With a decent amount of XP.
Your arguments are compelling. I shall stand with you.
And of course, Felingus
Hostility
getting a
research
cool battleship
complete.
directly out after the Marza. Now the orbital structures have had their health buffed significantly, which I quite enjoy. And it's gone, as I say that.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
Oh, okay. Aqua trying to go for level 8 as well here. I mean, level 4 seems to be the main stopping point for most engagements in the mid-game. Like, 8 and 15 is where you go if you want to go greedy or into late game. But the mid-game mostly stops at level 4. I mean, Felingus is just going straight into level 8. Which I don't exactly agree with, but it makes sense given their position. Danny...
Warfare research complete.
Danny's just at 1-4. I don't agree with that either. They're taking back Galea. Hopefully they'll colonize it, so you can actually make a few dollars off of it. Icy's going 4-8. Aqua's
The
going
item is
4-8.
complete.
Fine frameworks. Improved beam emitters.
Logistics upgrade complete.
Exorias are still good, gang. They were good last update. They're good now. All right, it seems that Frontier Negotiator's on the offensive. If I were... Ooh, actually, Icy's seeming to
Hostility
do an
research
exodus.
complete.
Aha. To
Civilian structure complete.
support Danny right over here. But will they be in time? These static defenses are great and all, but unless you don't have a fleet on top of them, they're not going to be able to put out too much damage. The problem is, Danny cannot put a fleet on top of those static defenses
Civilian structure
because
complete.
his reinforcements ain't
We
here
are
yet.
entertaining offers.
So
Planet
Danny's just
item
holding
ready.
at the edge of the star system. Waiting for those reinforcements to pop in, and here they are now. However, in the meantime, the bombs are already out. This planet's population, and therefore its production, is going to start going down. Bombarding planet HP now does something, even if you don't kill the planet. You can see these static
Army
defenses
research
are
complete.
slowly getting torn apart. They're not doing all too well. Like, these would have been massive bulwarks if you had a fleet parked on top of them. But now it's just these Seekers engaging, which isn't a good idea. You should be engaging your entire fleet
You
at once.
are the winning bidder.
Our
Okay.
forces have
Aqua.
engaged the enemy.
Ahead on influence, it would seem. It's the enemy team. And everyone's focusing this Marza, all right. Yeah, this Marza is scary, scary, scary. If it can get to level 6. I wouldn't say it's over, but it is a bad time. See? Yep. The Icy Man's level 5 Radiance is trying to get out of there. We see a radiation bomb dropped. At this point in the game,
Hostility research complete.
it's who can focus the cap ship the most. Now, Felingus is doing the right thing and retreating their ship immediately. I don't like what Icy's doing. They seem to be pathing a little strange. And this ship is getting torn apart. It's going to be crippled. I don't know if it's going to die, but it's going to be
Army
crippled.
research complete.
And now it cannot benefit from any buffs or ship items while it is crippled. This is a massive problem.
Hostility research tier complete.
See if it gets out. Barely. I don't think they should give chase here, as much as fun as it would be, because the rest of these capital ships are also caught out, and this Marza is almost back to operation. Like, look, it barely got crippled. Why was it following it? And whoa, that's so many credits. Aqua, please spend your credits, I beg of you. Put them into research. All right, well, you are. Put them into more research speed or fleet supply or something. Yeah, you have like 900 more fleet. Come on. Ay.
Our fleet is under
Flink is
attack.
finally going into whoa, lag. Going into Civilian 2.
Civilian research tier complete.
Danny just chilling. And Icy, again. Going into Vigilus. Now we see the Desolator starting to take a whole lot of hits. I would honestly go for the support ship if I was Frontier Negotiator, as, you know,
Our
kill the
forces
healer.
have engaged the
And
enemy.
the
Logistics upgrade complete.
Fleet Command seems to be going
Planet
for
item ready.
the
Hostility
Radiant,
research
but they are
complete.
not putting out the same amount of DPS. What's the fleet count looking
An
like here?
allied capital ship has been destroyed.
Bad. It looks like it's around 600-ish versus 200. This is what we call an oh no situation for Fleet Command. And they are retreating into Felingus' territory. Which is... Yeah, I think they realized which direction they were going.
Shields down!
Yep, Icy, shields down on the Radiants. You need to focus this carrier.
Our armor is breached!
Seems like they're going on the Radiance now. I don't really agree with that. This Radiance needs to be crippled. It needs to get out of there. It's going to go into the waiting arms of a Marza, hopefully. Yeah, here she is.
Civilian
This Marza's doing a
structure
lot
complete.
better than that carrier. And that carrier's jumping in. Boom.
Your influence is undeniable.
And it's just going to
The
sit
item
there,
is complete.
taking damage until it jumps in the other direction into, you guessed it, another fleet. Now this Radiance from Icy is
Our
trying to
forces
evacuate
have
as well,
engaged
hopefully
the
dragging
enemy.
away this Death Ball away from that carrier. Because
We are
the one thing that's worse than losing a cap ship is losing two of them. What's worse than losing two of them is losing three of them.
Hostility research complete.
And so on and so forth. Now there are some Vigiluses coming in, which I don't know how much I agree with those. They're not using a lot of light ships because Vigiluses are point defense ships. Why would you be using them?
An allied
Could be
capital
something I don't
ship has been
understand yet.
destroyed.
Now, this Radiance is taking a lot. Oh, Vigilance is. Oh, of course, yes, for the Tempest vessels,
Our forces have engaged
because you can
the
intercept a lot of those missiles. Yeah, this ship's getting out. Now, where is that carrier?
Phase jump
Excuse me,
underway.
I lost track of it. Is it dead?
Our fleet has
Yeah,
engaged
no, the carrier's dead.
enemy. Let the bidding commence.
And the sieging of Kit Kunis is still underway.
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
They're still at 1-4. Dang, this is not a good time. I'm
The
trying to kill
item
this
is now
evacuator
complete.
because evacuators they're important. They're not as important, but colony ships aren't as
Hostility
important
research
as their name
complete.
would suggest because they just have the ability to colonize. But a capital ship's still a capital ship, right?
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
This may not be the most powerful ship in the game, but it is still a capital ship. Yeah, and it seems that Frontier Negotiator has come to the same conclusion as me. Aha,
Exotics have
I'm
been
very
unveiled
smart,
by our
tee-hee.
scryers.
And is starting
Exotics
to
have been unveiled
hammer
by
into
our
it.
scryers. Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
Now, I can see the influence of the Vigiluses right here. You can see, right here,
Hostility
the Tempest vessels are just trying to shoot, and the Vigiluses are just going, we don't do that here. No, nuh-uh. It's kind of sad, actually, seeing all those missiles fly out of the tubes and then just whoop, you know? What is the fleet count looking like? Still massively in favor of Frontier Negotiator, but, oh, and it seems that Evacuator's starting to get out of here. But things are starting to swing back and towards Fleet Command with the construction of static defense. These... I love these things. These three-pronged turrets that all have different guns. It's just, oh, it's fantastic. But they look stupid. They look stupid when they do that. But it's fantastic. Yeah, hell of a fight. I think these Vigiluses need to go. These are the main problem. Your Tempest vessels ain't doing anything. Is Orko actually investing into anything more potent than Tempest vessels? Domina, where's the Exoria? I don't think they are, and that is an issue here, gang.
Forces have engaged the
Tempest
enemy.
vessels are good and all, but if their missiles can actually hit things. Yeah, and these Garda flag frigates also pitching in. Is that Aqua getting a level? Oh, I missed this. This was really important. This is Rapture. Or Malice, excuse me, not Rapture. It's from the Rapture, the level 6 ability. It makes it so that within a duration for 20 seconds, whenever something in that zone takes damage, 30% of that damage is also shared between all of its compatriots, I believe. Yeah, to be partially dealt to all of them. And it is so powerful. Now, Frontier Negotiator's pulling out of here.
Moving into phase space.
Yeah, I do agree with this. Fleet Command has basically countered the fleet with these with the Vigilus, which is good play by Icy. Very much like that. And has set up some static defenses, which has really forced them back. But considering they have a level 6 Rapture, that is nuts. And a level 6 Marza on top of that, and I missed the missile barrage. That's probably what killed the carrier. Yeah, no really super caps. Oh, they do have a level 6 Radiance, which is very neat. We're going to see some really high power casts here in a second. Where is the Exoria on this tech tree? Ah, right there. So Icy going into Exorias. Yes, and Aqua's already invested into them as well. So let's take a look at those incomes. Icy with 50, 52, 12, and 17 versus
Colony
Aqua.
research complete.
55, 12, and
Exotics have
15.
been unveiled by our scryers.
About even.
Hostility
We go to
research
Phalangus.
complete.
55, 9, 7. Oop. More capital ships. And some trade ports coming online. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Trade ports. Very expensive, but big economic boosters. And then we have Danny with 15 and 4. Okay, Danny, my boy. No, this ain't
Our
it.
fleet has engaged the enemy.
You need to get to economy level 4. You need to start pumping out some more ships because 15 metal, 4 crystal, a tick, whereas Phalangus is making 12 and 9
Planet item
on top of
complete.
a bunch of credits. That is not good. Not good at all.
Exotic resources have been located by our survey teams.
Exotic resources have indeed been located by our survey
Commerce
teams.
upgrade complete.
We are entertaining
Any sneaky moves?
offers.
Anything interesting going on over here? We just have some clears. Let's take a look at that fleet cap. Phalangus, 500. And Aqua at 600. So around 1100 fleet cap. Danny about 500. And Icy about 600. So both are about an 1100 fleet. Seems that Frontier Negotiator's a little bit of an edge.
Military
Because of
structure
Danny's
complete.
awful economy. Like, Jesus. Oh, that's a... whoop. They got a lot of their shit. They got all the fleets. I'm going to be honest with you, gang. I play with 2, 3 fleets maximum. These players are playing out of their... I mean, Icy's playing with 1. But some of these players, their micro is insane.
You opted out of bidding.
Item complete. We are
Getting
stronger
only
now.
crystallized communion now.
Colony research
Woof.
complete.
Icy, you're missing that
Exotics have
research.
been unveiled by our scryers.
Although desert
Exotics
development,
have been
yeah.
unveiled by our scryers.
This might have been nice to get a little bit earlier. Are there... Oh my god! Sorry, I completely missed
Civilian
this.
structure
Danny has sent a
complete.
squad of
Research
raiders
upgrade complete.
to Aqua's home planet. Which raiders, if you do not know, are tiny
Exotics have been
uh,
unveiled by our scryers.
little
Colony
corvettes
research complete.
that salvage metal and crystal whenever they do damage to structures. So the longer they stay here, the longer this is extra income for Danny. That's a very good
Our
move.
forces have engaged the enemy.
Getting this last asteroid here that hasn't been claimed. It's been stuck to NPCs. They need to clear out those raiders ASAP because that's money. That's money, baby.
Planet item ready.
I don't see a lot of culture being spread. I mean, Aqua's culture is being spread, but Phalangus
A new
and Danny is
colony
not
has
spreading
been
anything. I
founded.
mean, Icy been on top of culture, and culture is very good for all of the factions. Gives you some very nice bonuses. Karlstadt, this planet still hasn't had its thing cleared out? Woof. I guess they've just put all forces to the front. And this icy planet still needs to be claimed. You want all of your planets claimed first, because that helps you build up population faster. And the more population you have, the more income you have. And the more income you have, the more you can build, and you know, and so on and so forth. Basic strategy game stuff. Now are these...
The item is now complete.
Ooh. These orbits are about to start changing. And these oceanic planets are about to become the front lines. Now that's going to be a bit of a problem here. As I believe it's, yeah, this is a pretty, I want to say comprehensive, but pretty high investment into a defensive net compared to some things. And that's just going to come offline as a front line. These ships are still here, by the way. Like, they're not, the issue is that they're not destroying things. The issue is that they're just money. It's free money. Where are these even getting routed in from? A Luxian space? Are they going like...
I will deliver your order personally.
Yeah. So they're coming through the Cabal, through the Expeditionary Force, through Vandidus, through this space, because all of the autocannons are over here, routing around and going towards the main base of Aqua. Now, I would love to see Aqua react to any of this, because you're just handing out money and taking damage for no reason. Another thing we should probably look at is Unity. I mean, we have Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is just good. You just see stuff. Information's the name of the game. And again, Clairvoyance. Yeah, no one's taken any of the weird nonsense yet. Chastise, proselytize, Avatar. Avatar's a lot of fun. Yeah, this is a lot of point defense here.
The item is ready at last!
Okay, what is Icy doing? Are they trying to wrest control from the Aluxians here? It seems that they are. Grind some XP on the Aluxians, get those capital ships up to level 6. More raiders coming in. Jesus Christ.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Yeah, you see, these disciples, excuse me. Are these disciples or these seekers? Yeah, these are disciples. Yeah, with the new changes to static defense, are not going to be able to go through it. I mean, these Guardians, of course, very good. Very, very, very good. However, I don't think they're going to keep the shields up for long. However, if we get the Rapture here, I think this might be enough. But we'll have to take a look-see here, because static defense was overhauled big time. Okay, it seems some actual vessels have been built here to deal with these raiders. These are the correct pick for the vessels. Tempest vessels with their high maneuverability missiles. And retargeting. Should help.
Logistics
Absolutely shredding.
Complete.
Oh, and are those Exorias I see? Yeah. Seems that we are switching into Exor. Oh,
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
Aqua. Yeah, they're just, they're piling up. Has switched into Exoria Illuminators. 26 of them so far. That's not bad. Over here, we have 24 as well. Let's look at those cap ships. Actually, what is Danny's fleet made out of? Defenders, assailants, or defensors rather, excuse me.
Let the bidding
You know, standard fleet count.
commence.
Only 2 capital ships. Just less than they had at the start of the game.
Military
A bunch of
structure
capital
complete.
ships and a bunch of coals
Planet item
here for
complete.
Phalangus, which I quite like. Aqua. Going for some more calves. And
Civilian
Icy.
structure complete.
Sticking at a more moderate level. Now, in terms of research, I mean, I'd
Civilian
like to see
structure
stuff like more
complete.
shield points, bigger fleets from everyone. I mean, who doesn't like bigger fleets, right? Danny here is actually... Okay, Danny's finally going level 4. Please research this. It'll give you 0.6 crystal income. That is so much for you. Phalangus. Black market suppliers getting researched this late. Ooh, not even favored client discount.
The
This is one of
auction
my favorite
prize
upgrades.
belongs to you.
Probably means that I'm bad at the game because I'm not managing my tech correctly. And Aqua going into level 8 or Harmony level 3. Very nice. More beam amplification. Is Aqua going for beam amplification?
Military research complete.
Our shields have failed.
Logistics upgrade complete.
Yes, they've already got beam amp and they're getting better shields. At least shield burst. Yeah. Yeah, I don't trust this. Aqua just called in alliance. That's why these ships and everything stopped firing. They realize you can't really fight this. You can grind some XP, I guess. And we're about to see a shield burst here. Boom. Such a cool ability.
Moving into phase space.
These guys are just standing off for a little bit
Civilian
here.
Structure complete.
Just chilling. You know, leaving me to fill in the gaps. You know.
Civilian
Hello,
structure complete.
I guess. Okay,
Hostility
I'm
research
going into
complete.
Harmony 3, which will allow them to go into exotic manufacturing, which I'm very excited to see. Because the more exotics you have, the more capital ships you can make, and specifically, lets you build the Titan. Of course, you have to go into Harmony 4 as well, but I'd love to see a Titan here, folks. I like big ships, you like big ships, that's probably why you're watching this in the first place. I just love to see those behemoths of spaceships just slam into each other.
Research rate upgrade complete.
Okay,
Item
the link is going
completion
8-8 as
confirmed.
well. Actually, a little faster than Aqua, funnily enough. Yeah. Danny going to 4-8, you know, where you should have been like 34 years ago.
Warfare research
Actually getting
complete.
crystal nanite base.
Exploratory
This is like one of the
nanites
mandatory
have found
upgrades for
exotic
Visari in general.
resources.
This is so many crystals.
Civilian
Just read that.
structure
On almost any
complete.
planet, just plus 1
Your
crystal income.
arguments are compelling.
When you have 5
I
crystal
shall
income,
stand with
5.5.
you.
It is a godsend. Icy going
Hostility
into
research complete.
Civilian 3 and going right up to Civilian 4. And also, Hostility 8, but we've seen that. So Icy trying to get to maybe Cornium really quick. I'm very excited to see what he's cooking up right here. Let's take a look at those incomes. Let's see. 64, 13, and 20 for Icy. For Aqua, 57, 14, and 21. So it seems that Icy has actually a little bit of a lead over Aqua when it comes to economy. This makes a little bit more sense, though, as they seem to have a few more planets.
Military structure
Let's
complete.
see. Aqua has
Military
6,
research
Icy has
complete.
8. Yeah, that makes sense. But compared to Phalangus, I know it's not really fair to compare Tech to Visari, as they have kind of different income and spending structures, but I'm still going to do it, because what else am I going to do? 73 credits, 12 metal, 12 crystal.
Item
Very round
complete.
numbers. I like it. And then no credits, 18, 8.
Military
I
structure
still like
complete.
Phalangus' position way better than Danny's here in terms of economy. Of course, this is going to change the moment they actually get their economy research done, like with entanglement filtering and communal oppression and getting ambassador relations. They should also get like just a whole lot of it. Oh yeah, I forgot. They get
Logistics
exotic refinement super
upgrade
early. Why weren't they doing that? Hey, where are you?
Exploratory nanites
As Visari,
have
you get
found
exotics
exotic
a lot more earlier.
resources.
A lot more early.
Planet
Yes, like
item
a lot more early.
online. Exploratory nanites
Okay,
have found
they're clearing out.
exotic
Ooh, a
resources.
epic derelict. A
Civilian
lot of metal.
Structure complete.
We need to fleet up
We
more.
are entertaining
Well, speaking of fleet,
offers.
so they have
Exploratory nanites
600.
have found exotic
Icy with
resources.
1,000, so about 1.5. And then, oh, 2.2k fleet. Yeah, gang,
Harmony research complete.
I think they should just push here. This is only 700 fleet. Right here they have yeah, they have about 1.6. Where's the rest of it? Ah, it's right here. Just traveling out and about, you know, on a little vacay. Getting Anvar, lots of it. Yeah, I think Frontier Negotiator could go for a massive push here and deal some serious
You
damage. Of course, they don't
are
really
the
know that.
winning bidder.
Because they do not have God view. They are not the all-seeing eye that I possess. And we can see that Aqua pushing into this planet. I think with this amount of ships coming in at this rate, they're going to be able to take over this lava planet. If this capital ship decides to rapture, are you good? Having a break? I love the ship, by the way. I love the weird space Dorito. It looks fantastic. But are you going to engage? Oh, no, they have an alliance. Excuse me. Oh, are they trying to go around? Are they doing a flanking maneuver?
Civilian
That would make sense, as they have enough
research
fleet to fight off whatever's over here. They just go right over here. Ooh, it's getting spicy, spicy, spicy. Now, Phalangus going into more supply, which is fantastic. Let's see, what's your fleet made of? Battleships, Morzas, Gauss frigates, flak frigates, heavy cruisers. Ooh, I love seeing heavy cruisers and a lot of robotics cruisers. Heavy cruisers were not the play for a long while here, folks, and I love seeing it. They're just a brick. Also, I love their voice acting. It's very stupid. Where's one? Just look at this thing. Brick. Now, what are these ships doing? Yeah, they're gathering up right over here. I think they're going to be jumping onto Vandus Trying to steal that planet right up from the Icy Man's nose. Getting cruiser shields. A lot of good add-ons. Huge cargo holds. Big deal, by the way. I feel like you should be researching this first. This is just plus 25 to your trade and credit income, considering you have 10 export points. That's a lot. That's an extra 2.5, which is a little more than an extra trade port, which I quite enjoy. Let's see what everyone else is doing. Danny, getting up to level 8, getting regen shielding, actually getting good econ right now. Let's see how. Yeah, 9.2 up from 5 and 20. That's real good. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was correct. Icy. I think Icy wants a big ship. Yeah, Quardium Forging is on the way at the moment. Ooh, thank you so much, Icy. This is a treat here, folks. For game 1 and round 1, a Titan already. Now that's how I like to start a tournament. Although they seem to have lost a structure somewhere. Probably some orbital reshuffling. You know how it is. Yeah, now these planets have changed front lines. They're moving other ships over. Right, yep. Yep. They've noticed. But it seems that the Frontier Negotiators have noticed a little bit faster. Are they going to capitalize on it, though? I don't think they have enough time to, but there's not a lot of point defense here, and there's a lot of factory potential. And, of course... okay. Unfortunately, Agua was not getting as spicy as I'd hoped. They were just waiting for the Alliance period to run out to blow up these static defenses. Which, you know, it's good and all. Are they going to be queuing up Titans? They're getting 3 Cornium. What is Danny going to? Danny's not doing much. Felingus, you know, going level... Yeah, they're at where they were at before. Labor negotiations, very good. Aquan staying at 8-8. Oh, it seems that Frontier Negotiators have started to make a move. Or rather, just Felingus have started to make a move. Yeah, you should run. That is 2 fleets. Where is your friendlies? Where are they? Okay, they're starting to make their way over right now. So they can stay here.
Research complete.
They're a little bit out of position, but considering they're blowing up static defenses.
Structure complete.
So let's get ready to rumble here, folks. For Fleet Command, we have 1.6k, and for Frontier Negotiators, we also have 1.6k. And the Battle of the Beams begins!
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
I love the beams. Now, okay, Frontier Negotiators already taking the lead in the Battle of the Beams. As as Fleet Command's... As Fleet Command's Exorias are focusing down these Disciple vessels, whereas these beams are focusing down, for the Frontier Negotiators, the enemy's Exorias. Although this could be a strategy to let these Cataract assailants get through, as Disciple vessels have a bunch of point defense. Now we already have Malice out. Do we have Missile Barrage out? Yeah, Missile Barrage was deployed first thing into the fight. Right here, we have a Cleansing Brilliance. There's the ship. Right here. I don't know if it's gonna fire it. Let's go look at Icy's perspective. Cleansing Brilliance.
The item is complete.
Gonna use it.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Our armor is breached.
Yeah, there a lot of ships taking a lot of damage. Now, what we want to focus on here is these level 6s. These are the things that turn the tides of war. Now, I think it's a big problem they're not using Cleansing Brilliance here. Because, you know, you want to keep that thing off cooldown. Felingus, about to lose a level 4 coal.
Our shields no longer protect us. Vengeance is a
But this is allowing Frontier Negotiator to focus on all these chaff units. Yep, they just lost cap.
Shields
That is
down.
sad. We got another missile barrage up soon.
We're without armor.
Yeah, this Oi. Chasing off a few more ships. Sorry folks, this is a lot to look at. Got missile barrage, but insufficient micro of antimatter. We still have a Cleansing Brilliance here that has not been used. I think this is a big mistake from Icy Man's part. because you need to be using. I mean, this ship's at full antimatter. This ship's at full antimatter. And it seems that Frontier Negotiator is getting chased off. And a level 6 Rapture battlecruiser dies for Aqua. That is not good, folks. That's not good at all. Rapture is a huge influence. I think Aqua needs to retreat here. What's the fleet cap looking like? Yeah, no, Aqua just needs to get out. They're outnumbered. They may have won the Battle of the Beams. But the Battle of everything else, they lost. Good plays. Good plays by Fleet Command. Very, very good stuff. These Exories need to leave. Aqua, hello, ding dong.
Item is complete and online.
Yeah.
Your arguments are compelling. I shall stand with you.
Let's see here. And Aqua is moving their fleets across the sector to penetrate into territory, and with a lot of purge vessels to boot. Now let's see here. Over here we have about 1-4. Okay, so fleet supply is about good. Like, they'll be able to hold. But
Planet item ready.
yeah, Danny lost a lot there. And these static defenses are not going to be enough to hold off this fleet, this siege fleet. Icy also losing the ability to make Quornium. Ooh, that is... I think that might have been intentional.
Desecrators assault our world.
Or not. Ooh, and a raid being called in by Aqua with their high influence count. Completely forgot to mention, but Aqua has 7 influence. That's not bad. Going for the expedition report to deny 2 planets so far.
We are entertaining offers.
Civilian structure complete.
These static defenses are falling.
Complete.
And they're about to, and Icy's about to start losing research points. Aqua going into level 15, or well, 15 points
I will deliver
of
your order
civilian
personally.
research. If these research places die, Icy is going to be in a bad place as they're about to lose their level 15 or level 4 stage 15 research,
Noted. We have a deal.
and that's no good.
Structure complete.
Nothing going on the other fronts. Both these planets looks like they're
You
gonna
opted
fall,
out of bidding.
which is going to be a huge blow to Icy's economy. We're going to take a look at that
Hostility
right
research
after
complete.
this.
Military structure
Starbase is being built up, or being researched for the Icy Man here. Yeah, Icy being locked out of level 15 research as well. Or well, hostility 4. As these temples of hostility are starting to fall.
Military structure complete. The Union team has fallen silent on one of our planets.
Yep, that's one
The
planet
Union
gone for
team has
Icy.
fallen silent on one of our
Now
planets.
defenses are starting to be mustered here.
Civilian structure complete.
It seems that Aqua is choosing to move on instead of wiping out the rest of these temples. Which is, you know, it's fair enough. But it could be a bit advisable to at least wipe out the ones you were working on, you know? Because this thing's almost dead. Gotta kill it. Now, speaking of which, let's look at income. We have 53, 16, and 17 for Icy. And for Aqua, we have 58, 16, and 23. Yeah, those 2 planets gone.
Completion
Are-
confirmed.
Is put Icy 1 leg below Aqua. Not out of the game yet. Most certainly
Our
not.
fleet has engaged
But
the
most certainly a leg
enemy.
down. Also,
Defense
that crystal
upgrade
income.
complete.
That's not good. Valingus is just crushing it. Oh, and warfare and economy lab. Oh my
Military
god.
research complete.
Being shot up here. By Aqua as well. That are owned by Danny. That could be very, very bad. Because, like, what's Danny on right now? Danny's on 4-8. Yeah, they're about to be at none of these. They're about to lose their upgrade to battle group coordination.
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
That is incredibly bad, because you need all the fleet cap you can get in cases like this.
This has been lost.
Yep, this colony just being lost already. And this Empire Lab going down. putting his research points back into the Stone Age, essentially.
I will
Now,
deliver your order personally.
It does seem that Davy's fleet, or Danny, excuse me, I keep saying Davy. Danny's fleet has moved and is starting to chase down this interceptor. But I feel like you can just jump this, right? 1,000 fleet supply. There is a star base, but it doesn't really have a lot of upgrades. You could
The planet is
you could jump
ours for
this.
the taking. Planet lockdown complete.
Killing this Temple of Unity really quick. Just some good old-fashioned economic damage, folks.
Our fleet has engaged.
That's what we like to see here. Now, is it going to go down is the question. Yeah, it is. Because this fleet has arrived, and they are not taking no for an answer.
We are entertaining offers.
Let's see if Icy is still... Icy's trying to get back into Titans. Hopefully.
Civilian
I-
structure complete.
I want to believe, gang. I want to believe. Game 1, Titans.
Logistics upgrade complete.
Production of the item is complete.
The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets.
Now, a lot of these defensive ships are going down, which is very good. I mean, Daddy's cleaning this up rather nicely. But these purge vessels are untouched. There's 18 of them. Those can clear a planet real fast. It advised the ship just going that way. Well, yeah, these purge vessels should not be turning around.
Complete.
They should be running away.
You opted out of bidding.
Yeah, these ships are being picked up one by one. It's better to use these as a meat shield to allow the purge vessels just a little bit more time to live. As in this case, you are not getting reinforcements over here. You're just not.
Military structure complete.
And they're not going for the homeworld, which is a really good pick, because this homeworld is reinforced to hell. That's 10,000 HP. Anyone else going for Titan? Aqua? Cornium? No. Ooh! Aqua's going for Cornium. Are we going to see a Titan out of
Our
Aqua
forces
first?
have engaged the enemy.
Phalangus going into level 15 as well as level 8. Heavy trade escorts. I've actually found that to not do much, but I guess with these intrusions, trade escorts can be... And, okay, they're pushing. Sorry, let me scratch that thought real quick. Frontier Negotiator is
Our
pushing
fleet is
in.
under attack.
Let's see that Marza barrage.
The item is ready, and so are we.
We gonna see it? Yeah! Sorry I missed this the first time, folks. That is a lot of missiles. Ooh, it's not very good against this background. That's a little bit of a better shot. Yeah. That is a lot of missiles. Doing a lot of damage. Not as much damage as I thought, though. Actually, no, that was a lot of damage. That took down a bunch of the shielding here. As the station was really in the way of it. However, this station has had some time to be upgraded. And there's a lot of static defenses.
Civilian
What's the
research
fleet count looking
complete.
like? Very favored in
shields
Frontier
are down,
Negotiator's
Commander.
favor. I'm not sure these defenses are worth 700 fleet supply. Yeah, you have a few level 6s here, but I don't think they're casting. Yeah, these level 6s ain't
Logistics
casting.
upgrade
They're
complete.
Radiance
Civilian
bursts,
Structure complete.
We are severely crippled.
and they are starting to fall. Yeah, look at that ship below.
Civilian structure complete. An allied world has fallen to the enemy. Our
Yep,
forces have
and all the
engaged
way over here.
enemy.
The sea ships are still going at it as Danny's fleet is completely caught off guard by this push, trying to intercept those raiders in the territory. I don't really like where this Cole is. I think this Cole's dead. Actually, they're trying to go for the level 6 Marza. They're retargeting. This Marza needs to leave. It needs to leave right now.
Complete.
Ooh, it's turning. She's turning. Seems
Civilian
that they are
structure
leaving.
complete.
I don't really agree with that. You can keep fighting. But they did take a few caps along the way, which is good enough. And there is no ship here to stop them from reinforcing. Or sorry, to stop them from jumping out. See, this Marza gets out. Very important ship right here.
Civilian structure
Jump.
complete.
Ooh. Ah, perfect. Manages to make it out. And it would be inadvisable, let's just say, for Fleet Command to jump into Frontier Negotiator's territory right over
Research
here.
complete.
Let's see how this harassment fleet is doing. It's here. Yeah, and Danny's fleet is starting to chase after it. Aye, aye, aye. Yeah, this starbase is starting to be heavily armed. Yeah, starbase plasma on the way. And Corneum Fortune finally being researched, but what were you going to spend that Corneum on? Oh, Aqua getting up to level 4 hostility. Please give me
Civilian
Titans.
structure complete.
I beg of you. Ragnarov unlock. Yeah, baby. He has 1 exotic factory. You need more than 1 exotic factory. Come on.
Research rate upgrade complete.
This is going to take forever. But Ragnarov unlock on the way. For Falingus. I guess he's leaving it up to Icy to actually produce that Corneum. Icy is not producing much. Ooh, okay. Siege ships running into home planet. Now, I'm of the opinion in Sins of a Solar Empire 2 that you should always have, about the hour mark, starbase on your home planet. Or something like that. Something with a shield generator. Because
Defilers
raids on your home
encroach
planet
upon us.
are just annoying. Oop! Sorry. 1 second. Okay, that's just the Alexians. The Alexians are pissed off because you didn't pay them 2 influence. And then now they're whining. Okay, now this, while this might seem a little useless, is still doing a lot of damage to the population of Icy's
Harmony research
planet, which is
complete.
going to reduce his income.
Hostility research complete.
Like, if we take a look, we got 66, 16, 25. That for Aqua, excuse me.
We are
And for Icy,
entertaining
55, 14,
offers.
15. Icy's falling behind, and
Logistics upgrade
Aqua's doing the
complete.
correct thing, retreating through here, hopefully finding an open path. Daddy's fleet is relinking back with Icy's, which I quite enjoy. The battle cruisers managed to make it out. Okay, okay. Icy's getting back up to level 15, getting back up to here. But you need to start researching Titans. Like,
Exotic resources
ain't no
have
two
been
ways about it.
located by our survey teams.
I mean, yeah. Here we go. Phase missile charging. But, like, you ain't got Warfare 4. You can't build a Titan yet.
Self-destruct initiated. We have no need for this any longer.
Oh!
Self-destruct initiated.
Oh, and there's
We have no
an
need for this
exotic
any
over here.
longer.
Ooh, max
You
fleet supply
opted
plus
out of
200
bidding.
on this
A
planet.
powerful artifact has been found by our survey
And
teams.
plus a
This
bunch of
might
research
be the
points for
edge we
Falingus.
need. Exotic
That's very
resources have
nice.
been
It's very,
located
very
by our
lucky,
survey
actually.
teams. Exotic
And getting some
resources have
extra,
been located by our survey teams.
and getting some extra exotic refineries, where the Ragnarov unlock is going to start to come in. Military force still chugging away before that Ragnarov can start being researched, but still a big deal. Aqua, Eradicate. Now, do we already have a plan for it? Is the question.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Sorry, what am I looking at? The map just changed very suddenly. From these orbits. It seems that these ocean planets are about to switch positions with each other. Yeah, no, they just are. Well, I would abandon this forward position. There's no starbase here. There's no
Hostility research
incredibly
complete.
important items here, even though this is a level 17 planet, which is really good. I would fall back to Lucan.
Our forces have engaged the
Although this
enemy.
would just be giving up the
Harmony
planet
research
if they fell
complete.
back to Lucan.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Very interesting choices from both Fleet Command and Frontier Negotiators here. Choices is upcoming. What do you do with these planets? Do you fall back to your nearest local point, or do you try and hold to guarantee your try and guarantee another planet for yourself? Aqua. Ooh, okay. Do we have? Please tell me we have a Titan on the way. Do we have one anywhere? Logistics. Titan Bay. Titan Bay. Titan. Where is the Titan Bay? I don't see it. Ah, well. Titan Foundry. Is it just not on here? Strange. I ain't gonna go looking for it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It seems Aqua's producing enough, or putting in enough cornium to eventually build it. And we have the Ragnarok coming online as well for Falinkus. The Titan Foundry should start to be constructed here. I'd recommend he get a few of the extra upgrades, like the armor plating. The armor plating is very, very important. the Ragnarok. Reactive plating. Honestly, better shield gens. It seems that both players are deciding to stand their ground here. Let's take a look at those fleet supplies. Felingus at 1,700. Aqua at 1,550. So that's like, what, 3,200 fleet. Icy at 1,300. And Danny at, ooh, yeah. So we have about 3,000 fleet supply versus maybe 2,500. And Frontier Negotiator's making a move. Maybe not a big one, but it's a move nonetheless. Into this defense net
Planet item ready.
of Fleet Command. Scary, scary, scary. I don't think this is going to be enough. This does not seem like enough fleet. Okay, Danny says. To what we will never know.
Commerce
I'm pretty sure they're just tossing away some of their trash ships, trying to do some economic damage. Now, Icy's finally getting the Cortana unlock. Are we seeing the same from Danny? Nope. Nope. Felingus?
Civilian structure complete.
Titan. Titan, please.
You opted out of bidding.
No. No Titan. Just yet. That's a shame. Some very high-level ships. Whoop! Whoa! 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 Okay. We have a kind of a standoff here between Frontier Negotiator and Fleet Command, with neither of them kind of like. Fleet Command does not want to engage into this defensive net. It's not a very comprehensive defensive net, but it's a defensive net nonetheless. Titan Foundry build. Oh hell yeah! Sorry, I just big ship. And Fleet Command is back now. Yeah, I think that's the correct. There. Excuse me.
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
We have a scouting thing over here. Do we building the Titan? Don't see a Titan.
We have
foundry.
cleansed the planet of heathens.
Where?
Harmony
Ooh!
research complete.
Whoa! Another raid being called in and destroying Karlstad. This has got to be super annoying for the enemy team. Against Frontier. Yeah, Felingus just lost 3 research points. Or not Felingus, rather. Excuse me. Danny just lost all their Empire research. Danny, my boy. No, this is not how you do this. This is not how you do this.
Civilian research complete.
No, but Danny's holding his
The
own.
item is ready and so are we.
Ragging on him a little bit, but he's playing very well. Much better than I could. I'm going to be honest. Aqua. Yeah, phase jump inhibitors. Big deal. I would love to see them getting star bases, because star bases are good, and I love them. And, of course, collective sacrifice. Lots of ships jumping in here. Are these trying to be sacrificed? What's the deal here?
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
These things are going to get
Hostility
torn up.
research complete.
This is a lot of numbers up here. This is not a lot of numbers up here. You can just kind of do the math yourselves.
Defense upgrade complete.
Yeah, I think they're tossing away ships to make room for the Eretica. Actually, we saw where Danny's Titan
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
Whoop. Excuse me?
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
Oh, they're over here. Okay. So I got really excited there for a second. Titan under construction? No, not yet. Gang, you have the Titan
No
Foundry.
shields.
Does Aqua have the Cornium? Aqua has the Cornium. What are we doing? No shields. No shields where? Oh.
Military structure complete.
Yeah, this evacuator was trying to fight this swarm off, and it's not going too hot, actually. Turns out, heavy carriers,
My forces
kind
are
of good.
mobilized for your raid order.
His forces are mobilized for your raid order. Yeah, another raid coming out. Aqua making fantastic use of their
forces have
influence right over
engaged
here.
the enemy.
Just tossing out raid after raid after raid after raid. And their secondary
Mining
harassment fleet is going to
upgrade
join up with their
complete.
main, it would seem. Though I don't know what this ship is doing. Just kind of chilling. The big boomerang. The EVE Online ship. Let's see. 2,500
Military structure
and
complete. Hostility research
Aqua not
complete.
really having all their fleet over. Oh, okay, fair enough. Most of their fleet is moving, but they still have a little bit of a fleet advantage over on Lingus. Bingus. Snoo Lingus around as usual, and the Aluxians are here, and they just made peace with them.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
So I'm just on the lookout for a Titan, gang. There's not one. Icy, still building. Lots of cap ships, lots of very good captures, but these guns of brilliances are not being used.
is underway.
Danny as well. Danny only has 2 cap ships. It's a bit strange. I guess they're coming in with the Wardens and the Assailants for just a bunch of missiles. I mean, fair enough. Bunch of missiles is a fair strategy. Ragnarok Titan is queued by Phalangus. And they need the corny. Waiting for exotics. Nice. They're researching corny, unfortunately, because Aqua is being too stingy to give it to them. Wait. That means Aqua's building their own Titan. Yeah, queued units Erratica Titan. Okay.
You failed to place a bid.
Let's play the game of
Civilian
can we
structure
find it?
complete.
Uh,
Hostility research
oh,
complete.
right over here.
Desecrators
A
assault our
raid
world.
coming in.
Our forces
This
have
may be enough to hold it
engaged the
off, but
enemy.
I'm not sure. Phase jump. Gang, I might just be completely blind, but I can. Oh, on the front line. This is a bold move. Sorry, I didn't even see this. This is a bold move. This time's almost done.
Defense upgrade
Aqua, thank you so
complete.
much. First Titan.
shall restore the unity to its true purpose.
All right, now while this Titan is crazy, to get it to be crazy, you kind of need to upgrade everything. Because these upgrades really make the Titan come into its own.
Desecrators assault our world.
Yep. This raiding is doing a lot. However, these trade patrols
the unity
and the...
senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship.
All right, Icy
The
Man also
item
finishing
is
a
ready
Titan.
to be used.
How is this
Military
Ragnarok
structure
coming along?
complete. Our
Still
fleet
waiting
is
for
under
these
attack.
Wow. And how is Danny's? Well, let's just not mention Danny's Titan program, shall we? Are these
Military structure complete.
2 raids being called in, both by Ogwe and Phalangus at the same time to take down Karlstad again? Woof. Danny's just not having a good time, man. He's just getting beat over the head with a club. A particularly big one at that. Let's take a look at incomes here. 65, 15, and 22 for Icy versus Aqua. At 70, 20, and 20. Yeah, this is Icy. I'm so sorry, but you are being outpaced. And we should look at Phalangus as well. 88, 16, 18 versus
Defilers
Danny.
encroach
Whoops, sorry.
upon us.
Let's stop looking at that income now, and let's start looking at this Titan brawl. Marza comes out.
One of our
we-
colonies has been lost.
We're gonna get the
Our fleet
big
has
boom.
engaged
Yeah,
the
the big
enemy.
boom's on its way.
Our
We got the
fleet has
Titan.
engaged the enemy.
Might have waited for a little bit for this
One
extra
of our
armor to.
colonies has been
Oh,
lost.
the bit rate.
Military
I'm very
structure
sorry,
complete.
YouTube watchers.
Civilian
The bit rate is
structure
gonna start
complete.
falling, but look at this.
Online.
The Erratica is here, and it is shredding. I mean, firstly, these Exorias, all 57 of them, are also starting to shred Phalangus' fleet. However, one of these fleets has a Titan, the other does not. One of these fleets also has a very high upgraded Starkness. Not very high, but a mediocrely upgraded Starkness. It seems that... Okay,
Civilian
it's level 6
structure
Resplenda.
complete.
Well, the level 6 Radiance, the Resplenda. Starting to take a lot of damage right here.
Warfare research
Trying to tank
complete.
here for the rest of its fleet. I don't think that's going to work, but you need to get the hell out of there. And I think it will with that shield burst coming up in 10 seconds. Yeah, that Radiance is successfully extracting, which is very good. It might be taken out of the fight for now, but that doesn't mean it's out of the battle. This coal is just going for the coalition.
Phase jump inhibitor has trapped our fleet upon arrival.
Oh,
Our
phase jump
fleet has
inhibitor.
engaged the enemy.
Going right here, trapping a few of Davy's ships. Or Danny's ships, excuse me. On arrival. This Erratica actually starting to take a lot of damage. And this is level 2 Marza. Where's that level 6 Marza? Is it dead? Valingus. No, the level 6 Marza is where? Oh, it retreated to not get instantly shredded. That is fair enough. Yeah, but that shield bear's coming back online. Yeah, this Radiant's getting chased down after Aqua realizes that it's not dead yet.
Need immediate assistance.
And these guys are backing up into the safety of their starbase again. These Illuminators are just going to town. They're beaming it. They're absolutely beaming it. Okay, Castic Burst, Strength of the Fallen. How much Strength of the Falling stacks does it have? Does it say? Nope, no clue. Say from Aqua's side? No, I
Shields have
cannot tell.
failed.
Hostility research complete.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna assume it's a lot and keep it at that. Oh, now these ships are spreading out? What? You want to keep their guns on target because this Radiance is about to get shredded again. Oh. Okay. Oh yes.
The item is ready to be used.
One of the I was warned about this in advance, gang. One of the this replay's a little bit bugged out as one of the players
Desecrators
left
assault our
about
world.
right here.
Failed
I believe they disconnected,
place a bid.
which caused some issues with the replay. But this is exactly how the game went. They're just a little scared seeing that. Oh, Aqua's level 6, Malice, Radiance, and that's GG, gang. And that is GG. Game 1 goes to Frontier Negotiators. Is this thing gonna get out? I'm pretty sure that's right. Yep. Yeah, that was well played by Fleet Command's part, but that Titan advantage is nothing to be scorned at. Did that Ragnarok ever manage to get put out? No, it's still in queue.
Military research
Where even is it?
complete.
Where even is this Ragnarok? It is, it's like 73% done. And they nerfed the Nova Lift. Yep. 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 Even though this game's over, just look at that. That's a nice still at the end of the game. The Erratica, the Illuminators, and the Starbase going at it. Well, that's it, folks. Game 1. Oh! Sorry, just noticing. Just too late. With the Weapon Symbiote exotic, this Cornata just not making it to the battle. Well, that's it, folks. This was Game 1 of a best of 3 on Scrambler between Frontier Negotiator and Fleet Command, with Frontier Negotiator coming out on top. I'll see y'all in game number 2.